Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm very excited about this video because I haven't done it in such a long time. Since I love doing like sit down, like just talking about stuff, like advice, spilling some tea, I figured let's just do a mukbang. It's currently 9 o'clock in the morning and I was like, I want some food, I want some coffee. So let's go to Dunkin, stuff our face as we talk.
Put it up for you.
Hi, can I do a medium vanilla iced coffee with caramel and cream? Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me give you guys a haul of what I got. So I got a medium vanilla iced coffee with caramel and cream. If you're not a big sweet person, this is not for you. This is like pure sugar. That's how I like my coffee. Don't judge. Since it's a mukbang, I had to get like more than one thing, which usually when I go to Dunkin, I don't. I usually just get the stuffed everything bagel minis, and that's like enough for me to keep me full for breakfast. So I got those. They're so good. And then I also got my second favorite thing, which is a strawberry frosted donut. This is so good. My poor manners. Please excuse my poor manners in this video. Okay, before I eat all of my food, let's get into the fun part. You know, the whole point of this video is to spill the beans, so I'm gonna answer questions that I don't usually answer, and that is, have you ever smoked weed? Have you ever vaped? I feel like some people, when they ask those questions, they're waiting for like a juicy answer to like come out of my mouth and like share my experience. The answer to both of those questions is no, and I will never vape and I will never smoke anything in my entire life. Me personally, I just don't see the beneficial factor for me to even try it or to do it. My opinion is that it's just really bad for you, and I think it's kind of gross. Please don't get offended if you do it. Like, you do you, it's your life choices, and like you decide what you want to do. It's just not my thing, and never plan on doing it ever in my life. So the next question is something embarrassing that happened to you recently. Guys, I have a very fun story to tell you guys. So a little bit of a story time. So the other day I was invited to go to the club. I said yes because I haven't been in like a year, and it's been a really long time since I've been clubbing. And I was like, I'm not really doing anything, so let's go. So I say yes. We go about like 10:30. 11 midnight-ish, a lot of people just started showing up, like young people. And you know, usually that makes clubs more fun when young people show up. So it got better, and I was like enjoying the night until everyone figured out that I did social media. So I started being called Hollywood. They started treating me differently. A guy comes up to me and he goes, so do you go to college? And I was like, no. And he was like, why? And I was like, well, social media has given me the opportunity to not go. Like, it's setting me up for my future, and I'm just taking that seriously right now. He goes, that's really cocky. What? Like, you literally asked me why I didn't go to college, and I gave you my answer. How is that cocky? Like, I don't understand. So that really like irritated me. Like, don't call me cocky. Like, that was just literally so uncalled for. It was the first incident. Then another one happened where this person walks in, sees me, and then he tells the guy that I was standing next to that they wanted to make out with me and they wanted to kiss me. So the guy tells me, and I'm just like, dude, no, like, no thank you. Like, I don't kiss random people just for the fun of it. And so they tell the guy, and he tells the whole group that I said no, and he goes, yeah, she's really boring. Like, I'm just like, what? First thing, it's called self-respect. And the second thing is, I'm certainly not gonna go up to a random ass person and just make out with them for the fun of it. Yes, that's the scenery of clubbing. That usually is what goes on. I'm just there to have a good time, not to freaking make out with a random person. That's just not who I am. And I'm sorry that I said no, but do not call me boring. And then that irritated me. And then another thing happened where a guy literally put his hand on my waist, pulls me in, and I look at him and I was like, no thank you, like, not for me. He did walk away, which I respected, like, no means no. But I was just like, ugh, this is not for me. I know clubbing is all for that type of stuff, but some people do just go to have a good time and to hang out with their friends and just to dance and listen to music. Not everyone there is like trying to, you know, hook up with someone. After all of that happened, I have officially retired from clubbing. Like, no thank you. I thought I would share that because it happened a few days ago, and honestly, it was such an uncomfortable and embarrassing experience for me. Time for the donuts. The next question is, what happened with your real dad? I genuinely do not talk about this like whatsoever. So if you're a new supporter and you don't know, my parents are divorced. So they got divorced when I was like 1 year old. I was like really little. Obviously, as I got older, like, I understood, and like my mom explained it to me and everything. So at the time I lived in Indiana and my dad lived in Ohio. So, you know, he had visitation rights. So he would flip every year, if that makes sense. So my mom would get me for, say, like Easter one year, and then the next year my dad would get me for Easter. So every holiday we would flip-flop. I did that for basically my whole life. life until I was about 12 years old, where I could start making decisions for myself and understand the whole story and like actually see what was going on and like understand everything. At the age of 12, I decided that I no longer wanted to see him because he was just not a father figure to me anymore. At the time I did cheer, and I was inviting him to cheer competitions, my birthday parties, events that were happening in my life, and he just did not acknowledge any of it. There was no effort being put in. The only time that there was is when I had to visit him on the holidays. To me, as I got older, I realized like what was actually going on. It was really like a one-sided relationship. After I obviously like made it known that I didn't want to see him, he still forced me to go and like still visit him and stuff. Come to find out, the only reason why he made me visit him was because he was still paying child support. So after my mom made him stop, completely vanished, fell off the face of the earth, did not call, did not write, did not force me to go visit him, nothing. Like he literally just disappeared. Like he was not my father anymore. And I have not seen him or spoken to him since I was 12, so about 7 years ago. Since then, Mark, my stepdad, he's raised me since I was basically 2 years old, so he is my father figure. He is my father. I consider him as my biological father because he has been more of a father than my biological dad has ever been. If you want to know the whole story, watch either video because my mom explains everything, but these two videos explain it very, very well. This question always makes it in this video. Are you looking into having another boyfriend? Last time that I was in a relationship involved with a guy was almost a year ago, and it's been some time. I've grown, I've learned a lot of things, I've healed, and I have moved on. I think I'm at a point in my life where I am very open to having a boyfriend. I'm gonna be honest, there are many, many days and nights where I'm like, wow, I wish I really had a boyfriend to just experience things and go on dates and just have that person by your side. But it's like 50-50. I want a boyfriend, but at the same time I don't, because every day I wake up knowing that I'm not being cheated on, not being disrespected or betrayed, and there's no chance for me to be heartbroken because I don't have a boyfriend, you know? I guess you could say that I am open to having a boyfriend. I just think I'm scared. Obviously, when the time is right and like, you know, a guy comes in and swoops me off my feet, like I say every time that I answer this question, nothing has changed. If that was to change when I'm ready, I would let you guys know, obviously. So we'll see where life takes us in the realm of my relationship status. This is one of my favorite questions. Fave way to self-care recently. Oh, I love this. Thank you for asking that. Me personally, I have learned to just enjoy my own company and learn to like hang out with myself and be my own best friend. The thing that I realized and accepted is that the only person that can truly make me happy is myself. And that's just something that I live by now. And since then, my life has been so peaceful. I'm so happy, and I'm genuinely doing so much better than I was like a year ago. Really just have to take it day by day. Start hanging out by yourself, journaling, doing things that make you happy as a person. Yes, in the beginning, it will seem very boring and embarrassing, but you'll get so comfortable with the idea of doing things by yourself that it'll just be a habit. I always would do things with my sister, like, please come with me, like, I don't want to do this alone, but like now it's like, oh, I'm going to the mall by myself, or I'm going to get my nails done, or I'm going to get coffee or breakfast, whatever it might be, and I have so much fun with myself. Little things that you can do if you're driving by yourself or going like on a road trip or whatever it might be, just blare your music and sing at the top of your lungs. Just take little things day by day that make you really, really happy, and I promise you it will get better and easier as you progress. Why don't you hang out with any of your friends or people your age? It's always your sister. Well, because my sister's not fake, and I know that she has my back no matter what. So that pretty much explains it. Guys, guess what? My camera died yet again. I don't know why. It always dies, especially when I film these videos, because I'm like in the car for an hour and then I don't have another battery. But yeah, that is the end of the video. I almost finished my coffee, which is honestly really surprising because I don't usually finish medium. And then I also finished the food. So I have to say that it was a pretty successful mukbang, that's for sure. I definitely wanted to talk about more things, that's for sure. But I feel like I was very open and honest in this video and talked about things that I don't usually like answer or talk about. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon back with more videos. Bye guys. Mwah. Love you.